Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, keep in mind, we're talking about a storm that hasn't even formed yet along the East Coast. And actually, tomorrow is a quiet and dry day. So bottom line, you want to check back with us again tomorrow night to see how things pan out. Still feel confident of a major coastal storm impacting our weather Friday night and Saturday. But sometimes the particulars of the storm, precipitation type and amounts can certainly change. But obviously, we're putting out some hard numbers already, and they're pretty impressive. First live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. Of course, it is dry, no snow to be found, a nice quiet and cool night, and it'll stay that way really right on through tomorrow and tomorrow night. Temperatures outside range from 28 in Providence. In fact, most spots are in the upper 20s. Pawtucket is cooler now, coming in at 23. Winter storm watch for the entire area. Watch meaning the potential for 6 or more inches of snow. We'll see plenty more than just 6. Blizzard watch for the areas in red. Now, by definition, a blizzard is not so much the amount of snow, but rather the criteria are visibility and wind speed, poor visibility, high winds. And that'll be met in this area in red. At least we think it will. That's why the watch means potential or maybe. If blizzard conditions are occurring, it switches over to a warning. And more than likely, I think this will end up being expanded to cover most of southeastern New England. Bottom line, it's a big storm on the way. For a while, though, in some areas, mainly southern suburbs and the south coast, tomorrow evening, actually Friday evening, Friday night, it won't be in the form of all snow, but rather a mixture of sleet and rain south of Providence. But eventually, all of this turns and transitions back over to all snow very late Friday night into Saturday morning. Now, because of this anticipated mixing in southern suburbs, the amounts near the coastline will be held back a little bit, but even the South Shore, substantial plowable snow is likely. Now, these amounts will not be realized until Saturday morning. 6 to 12 on the immediate South Shore, away from the coastline. 1 to 2 feet of snow. Feel very confident of at least a foot of snow. And yes, whether we get the 2-foot amounts remains to be seen, but it is quite possible in our northern suburbs. This will all be coupled with very strong wind. First flakes of snow Friday morning. The heaviest is actually Friday evening, Friday night into Saturday morning. At that time, near blizzard conditions, some mixing of sleet and rain for a short time along the South Shore before it changes over to all snow. So nice and quiet across New England now. In fact, we'll take a look at tomorrow morning, actually overnight tonight, much colder under clear skies. Look at the temperatures dropping off quite a bit into the teens by early tomorrow morning. So this is what it looks like right now. Let's take it into the future. And we're going to skip ahead right to Friday because tomorrow's a nice day. Friday morning, 9 a.m. The light snow starting to work in. That's denoted in blue. Green is rain and sleet offshore near the coastline. Darker blue is heavier snow. Notice that by the evening commute on Friday. Dark blue in many areas Friday night, indicating a very heavy snow, which extends into early on Saturday morning, and it doesn't wind down until later Saturday afternoon. So for tonight, it is just cold and quiet. Temperatures eventually dropping into the teens. 17 by daybreak tomorrow with sunshine. Increasing clouds later tomorrow afternoon. Just a cold and dry day. Pretty simple with temperatures below freezing. So wrapping it all up, major storm likely. Starts on Friday morning. The worst of it at night into Saturday morning, and then ending early on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to keep in mind that the exact track of the storm will determine where this rain snow line sets up. If it sets up a little further north, it means less snow. A little further to the south means more in the way of snow. But bottom line, it's a substantial amount of snow regardless. So decent tomorrow. One thing I want to point out with Friday night, Saturday, power outages likely. Look at these wind gusts that we're forecasting. 50, 60 miles per hour, and obviously poor travel. And the core of the storm, with the real heavy stuff extending into at least Saturday morning with blowing and drifting snow. Things really don't dry out and clear out until Saturday evening and Saturday night. That sets up for better weather for cleanup on Sunday, sunshine, and a temperature coming in at around 34 degrees. So confidence is high that yes, we do get the storm, but whether or not those numbers are realized, whether it's 12, 15, 18, 24, remains to be seen. But bottom line, it's a lot of snow. It's enough to shovel and plow. It's heavy snow, and it's coupled with very strong wind. So I think power outages are quite likely Friday night, Saturday morning.
Plowing several times, it seems like.
It may be, because it's the kind of situation where you plow and then the wind blows the snow back over the road again.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. Coming up.